Welcome to clickmeproject.com. Let us see the demo of the project. The project title is SanGA, Essence Adaptive Network Aware Approach to Service Composition. This topic comes under the domain of service computing. In service computing, each service is a software component. This helps for designing and developing software in the form of interoperable services. Service-oriented computing makes the software program with different quality of services in the form of loosely coupled manner. Nowadays, the number of distributed services are increasing rapidly, especially in the cloud. So, we need to select a near optimal set of services from several functionally equivalent services. Selecting a near optimal set of service in terms of QoS is very crucial because the services are distributed in different network locations. The current approach do not differentiate between the quality of service themselves and also quality of network. We propose a network aware approach and using a selection algorithm. This helps to identify the QoS of service themselves and the QoS of network itself. So we can select the near optimal set of service from several functionally equivalent services. This is the DFT of the project. First, we create the network and services. Perform the following operation. We need to identify the latency of different network. So we get the optimal network from several networks, and we identify a functionally equivalent services in identified optimal network. Then optimal services is identified. Our selection algorithm select the optimal service based on QoS of service themselves and also QoS of network. So we need to perform the following function. Selection algorithm based on genetic algorithm. In selection algorithm, initial population is all services are selected and fitness function is calculated. Using the fitness function, top k individuals are selected. Iteration operation is performed by net mutation operator. In each iteration, the individual are selected randomly and calculate the fitness ratio for each individuals. Finally, we find the best replacement from several iterations and simulate the execution process and also find the QoS of this workflow. Then user gets the response with minimal latency. Let us see the demo of the project. Open the netbeans and run file SanGA 2. The services of these 50 services are provided by service provider 1, and these 50 services are provided by service provider 2, and these are provided by service provider 3. These are all the different services with a similar functionality. They are located in different network locations. Service providers are providing a service level agreement. This agreement shows the execution time of each services. So the 50 services have different execution time. User request. Based on the user request, the optimal services are chosen. So I choose a GPA calculation. User request sent to the server. Based on the user request, the related functionality services are identified. For a GPA calculation, the services are related functionality that are provided by service provider 1. Select the user location XI positions are identified based on user location, and the services, these are all service positions. Distance is calculated for each service between users and services. These are related services, and these are the distance between the services and users. Value, F value is calculated, this fitness value for each service and user. Based on this value, probability is calculated, then top k individuals are selected. These are all the top k individuals. Parent nodes are A, I, B, J, C, K. Iteration process is performed. And whole latency value is calculated. Then by using this value, you can identify the near optimal set of service. Then execute the service. Service 1 is A5, best optimal service. From several related functionality equivalent services. Input is selected bits based on user request. First, service 1 is completed. Then service 2 is executed. Service 1 performs total grade points earned value, and service 2 performs total grade points value. The whole user request is split into 3 services. Now service 2 is completed. Service 3. C3 is the third optimal set of service. These inputs are obtained from service 1 and service 2. So user responses passed by using this service. User got a 8 GPA. User grade point average of user is 8. So user response is passed by service 3. This is optimal set of services are A5, B17 and C3. The QoS of that is the QoS of service, and it is a QoS of network. So we identify a several set of service. Based on this service, we calculate the best optimal service and also a best optimal network of QoS. Finally, we obtain the simulated of QoS, and for a graph we compared with genetic algorithm and SanGA and net genetic algorithm. For a SanGA, for a genetic algorithm, outflow length increases, also the latency also increases, but SanGA provides a minimal latency. but latency is low compared with others. Thank you.